Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Gopijana Labha, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Yasodanandana, Jaya Vraja Janaranjana, Jaya Yasoda Jaya Vraja Janaranjana, Jaya Yasoda Nandana, Jaya Vraja Janaranjana, Jaya Yasoda Dana, Jaya Vraja Janaranjana, Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jaya Kunja Bihari, 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 Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 Jaya Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita 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 Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Mahi Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Mahi Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Mahi Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Mahi Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Narasimha Prahlad Narasimha Prahlad Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Narasimha Prahlad Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj 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 Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva 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 Srila Prabhupada ki jai Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं दधाति स्वपदान्तिकं। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं मुदीरयेत्। शृण्वतं स्वागता कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवण कीर्तनं हृदयन्तस्थो हि अभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 14. The title of the chapter is Ideal Family Life. Text number 29. Yatra Hare Archa Sa Deshaha Shreyasa Padam Yatra Gangadayo Nadhyaha Puraneshu Cha Vishrutaha. Yatra yatra Hare Archa, Yatra yatra Hare Archa, Sadesha Shreyasam Padam, Sadesha Shreyasam Padam. Yatra Gangadayo Nadhya, Yatra Gangadayo Nadhya, Puraneshu cha Vishrutaha, Puraneshu cha Vishrutaha. Yatra yatra Hare Archa, Sadesha Shreyasam Padam, Yatra Gangadayo Nadhya, Puraneshu cha Vishrutaha. Yatra yatra Hare Archa, Sadesha Shreyasam Padam, Yatra Gangadayo Nadhya, Puraneshu cha Vishrutaha. Yatra yatra Hare Archa, Padam, Yatra Gangadayo Nadhya, Puraneshu cha Vishrutam. Yatra yatra Harer Archa. Shrayesha Shreya Sampada. Yatra Gangadayo Nadya. Puraneshu cha Vishrutam. Yatra yatra Harer Archa. Sadesha Shreya Sampada. Yatra Gangadayo Nadya. Puraneshu cha Vishruta.
Yatra yatra Harer Archa.
Yatra yatra Harer Archa. Shrayesha Shreya Sampada. Yatra Gangadayo Nadya. Puraneshu cha Vishruta. Yatra yatra Harer Archa. Sadesha Shreya Sampada. Yatra Gangadayo Nadya. Puraneshu cha Vishruta. Yatra yatra Harer Archa. Sayesha Shreya Sampada. Yatra Gangadayo Nadya. Puraneshu cha Vishruta. Yatra yatra, wherever, Hare of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Archa, the deity is worshipped. Saha, that. Deshaha, place, country or neighborhood. Shreyasam, of all auspiciousness. Padam, the place. Yatra, wherever. Gangadayaha, like the Ganges, Yamuna, Narmada and Kaveri. Nadyaha, sacred rivers. Puraneshu, in the Puranas, supplementary Vedic literature. Cha, also, Vishruta, or celebrated. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Auspicious indeed are the places where there is a temple of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, in which he is duly worshipped, and also the places where there flow the celebrated sacred rivers mentioned in the Puranas, the supplementary Vedic literatures. Anything spiritual done there is certainly very effective. Translation responsively, please. Auspicious indeed are the places where there is a temple of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, in which he is duly worshipped, and also the places where there flow the celebrated sacred rivers mentioned in the Puranas, the supplementary Vedic literatures. Anything spiritual done there is certainly very effective. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. There are many atheists who oppose the worship of the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the temple. In this verse, however, it is authoritatively stated that any place where the deity is worshipped is transcendental. It does not belong to the material world. It is also said that forest is in the mode of goodness. And it is also said the forest is in the mode of goodness, and therefore those who want to cultivate spiritual life are advised to go to the forest. Vanam gato yad harim ashrayeta. But one should not go to the forest simply to live like a monkey. Monkeys and other ferocious animals also live in the forest, but a person who goes to the forest for spiritual culture must accept the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as shelter. Vanam gato yad harim ashrayeta. Srila Prabhupada repeats that. So that means so important, this sloka or this verse. One should not be satisfied simply to go to the forest. One must take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this age, therefore, since it is impossible to go to the forest for spiritual culture, one is recommended to live in the temple community as a devotee, regularly worship the deity, follow the regulative principles, and thus make the place like Vaikuntha. The forest may be in goodness, the cities and villages in passion, and the brothels and hotels and restaurants in ignorance. But when one lives in the temple community, he lives in Vaikuntha. Therefore, it is said here, Shreyasam Padam. It is the best, most auspicious place. In many places throughout the world, we are constructing communities to give shelter to devotees and worship the deity in the temple. The deity cannot be worshipped except by devotees. Temple worshippers who fail to give importance to the devotees are third class. They are Kanishta Adhikaris in the lower stage of spiritual life. As it is said in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 11.2.47, Archayam eva haraye pujam yashraddaya hate natad bhakteshu chanyeshu sa bhakta prakrita smrta. A person who is very faithfully engaged in the worshipping the deity in the temple but does not know how to behave towards devotees or people in general is called a prakrita bhakta or kanishta adhikari. Therefore, in the temple, there must be the deity of the Lord, and the Lord should be worshipped by the devotees. This combination of the devotees and the deity creates a first-class transcendental place. Aside from this, if a grahastha devotee worships the saligrama sila or the form of the deity at home, his home also becomes very great place. It was therefore customary for members of the three higher classes, namely the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and the Vaisyas, to worship the Saligram Shila or a small deity of Radha Krishna or Sita Ram in each and every home. This made everything auspicious, but now they have given up the deity worship. Men have become modernized and are consequently indulging in all sorts of sinful activities. Therefore, they are extremely unhappy. According to Vedic civilization, therefore, the holy places of pilgrimage are considered most sacred, and still there are hundreds and thousands of holy places like Jagannath, Puri, Vrindavan, Haridwar, Rameshwar, Prayag, and Mathura. India is the place for worshipping or cultivating the spiritual life. The Krishna conscious movement invites everyone from all over the world, without discrimination as to caste or creed, to come to its centers and cultivate spiritual life perfectly. So we are continuing reading about this ideal family life, where Narada Muni is giving instructions about this, the ideal family life. In this verse, Srila Prabhupada gives wonderful explanation about the deity worship and also the places of pilgrimage, actually. Actually, Srila Prabhupada said this in Melbourne, correct? Prabhupada said, this is not Melbourne. We are not living in Melbourne. We are living in Vaikuntha, where the deities are worshipped nicely and the devotees are with love and devotion worshipping the Lord. That place is no more material world. This is not it's not part of the material world. Just like the fire, the iron rod put into the fire, it became red hot, and at one point in time it becomes so much red hot, it loses, nobody calls it iron, it is called fire. Same way, when the deity is worshipped very nicely, this place, even though we are living in Albert Park, Victoria, Australia, all these designations are there, but it is not part of this material world anymore. So that's, and this is like Srila Prabhupada explains in the beginning of the purport, there are many atheists who oppose the worship of the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the temple. So this is, their argument is, why do you worship idols here? They ask this question, very famous question. Why do you worship idols? No? So they don't know the difference between idol and deity. What is the difference between idol and deity? Yeah, deity is authorized. Srila Prabhupada says it's an authorized form actually. Sometimes when we go to India or here, anywhere you go, there are some statues there. Someone, we don't know. So many politicians and that person, this person. They have big deities and idols are there. That is called idol. But they are not, when sometimes even some of the people who are in the spiritual line, they are writing that, like now recently Ramachandra Murthy was installed. They are saying Ram idol. Ram not idol, Ram is deity actually. We should never think Ram is... Idol is just like you put a picture of the idol of Napoleon or a statue of Napoleon or this or that or some political figure. They don't have any reciprocation. But here is not like that. When we worship Radha and Krishna, Gaurnita, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, there is a reciprocation between the worshipper and the worship. There is a reciprocation there. Sweet relationship is there. So Srila Prabhupada says here, of course, worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His form within the temple is not idol worship. There is evidence in the Vedic literature that worship may be saguna or nirguna of the Supreme, possessing or not possessing attributes. Worship of the deity in the temple is saguna worship, for the Lord is represented by material qualities, but the form of the Lord, though represented by material qualities such as stone, wood or oil paint, is not actually material. That is the absolute nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, out of His kindness. In our conditioned state, we are not able to understand. Even Krishna stands before us, we don't know. We may just walk past actually. We may not even recognize this is Krishna. This is our problem actually. So Krishna, out of His kindness. So when the deity is worshipped, so the pure devotee of the Lord request the Lord. Request the Lord, please. Because even though the deity is made of some metal, wood or whatever, stone, whatever it may be, but the pure devotee of the Lord is requesting the Lord. He can request the Lord. Because this is Bhaktivedanta says, Krishna se tumara, Krishna dite para, tumara sakati ache. Krishna is not just a Krishna. Krishna is a property of the devotee. Krishna se tumara. Krishna dite paro. Tumara sakati ache. Krishna is a devotee, is a bhakta vatsal. So the pure devotee of the Lord is requesting, Lord, please accept, please stay here and accept the services of the devotee. He is accepting. Very simple actually. So it's like we accept, sometimes president is coming or prime minister is coming. We say, please take the seat. And then what? So then he also takes the seat. So why if a president can take a seat, a prime minister can take a seat, why can't Krishna take a seat? He can take a seat. He's very happy. He accepts a seat because he is reciprocating with the devotees. So Srila Prabhupada, that's why he says, Prabhupada is very nice example he gives in this. A crude example may be given here. It's very interesting. You can sometimes people argue, like what is the difference? Prabhupada says here, we may find some mail boxes on the street. And if we post letters in those boxes, they will naturally go to the destination without difficulty. But any old box or an imitation which we may find somewhere, but which is not authorized by the post office, will not do the work. Similarly, God has authorized a representation in the deity form, which is called Archa Vigraha. This Archa Vigraha is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. God will accept service through that form. The Lord is omnipotent, all-powerful. Therefore, by His incarnation as Archa Vigraha, He can accept the services of the devotee, just to make convenient for the man in conditioned life. So this is Lord's this is like there's mercy actually. This is like costless mercy. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Actually. Very difficult to meditate. Like in Bhagavad Gita, it says, we have a body. We are accustomed to this bodily concept. And we just, that's why it says, klesho adhigataras avyakta chakta setasam. Because it's very difficult to concentrate on the unmanifested. Actually. Manifested only difficulty. How to do the unmanifested? Actually. Very difficult. Even if your Lord is standing in front and then meditating on that is very difficult actually. But if you want to meditate on unmanifested, it is very more difficult. Adhigataras tesham. So we don't want to do that extra work. So Srila Prabhupada, that's why he says in this, deity worship is transcendental. It does not belong to this material world. It is also said that the forest is in the mode of goodness, and therefore those who want to cultivate spiritual life are advised to go to the forest. So this is the famous conversation between Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj. Correct? No? No. This is the sloka what I am referring here. Srila Prabhupada refers here. He want to cultivate spiritual life, to go to forest. Vanam gato yad dharim ashrayeta. So that is the. So Hiranyakashipu asks, what is the greatest lesson you have learnt? So this is to his surprise. So he gives this sloka. Nat tatsadu manye suravardha dehinam sada samudvigna dhiya sadgraha hitvatma padam grahamanda kupam vanam gato yad harim ashrayeta. So he's saying, Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, there is no benefit in transferring from one forest to another. One must go to the Vrindavan forest and take shelter of Govinda. That will make one happy. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is therefore constructing a Krishna Balaram temple to invite its members as well as its outsiders to come and live peacefully in a spiritual atmosphere. That will help one to become elevated to the transcendental world and return home back to Godhead. So this is our mission, Srila Prabhupada's mission. It is to opening so many centers. It's not easy. Like anybody, Grahastha can understand. Just husband and wife, 2 children, maintaining the family. It's a big circus actually. They have to go through so much difficulty, so much this thing, planning, this one, mortgage, that one. So many things have to be done. But now look at the temple. So many temples are there and so much of nice deity worship is happening. So many people are taking prasadam. So many prasadam is being distributed. It's not something easy, very difficult, very, very difficult. But still, why it is being done? It is the pleasure of the Lord, for the pleasure of the Vaishnavas, pleasure of the Acharyas. So that is why all these efforts have been taken by the devotees of the Lord. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says all the centers are open, all the temples are built. Why? So that they get an opportunity to the devotees who can come and they can have a darshan of the Lord, can render some service and take Krishna Prasadam. That's it. Their spiritual life is already, everything is there actually. Only as long as they just continue, that's it. We are in the right path. No? Sometimes we say, oh, where are you? He has gone to Singapore. He has not even gone to Tullamarine airport actually. So we say, oh, he has gone to Singapore. How do you say he has gone to Singapore? He has just not even caught the flight. But as long as you are on the right track, right process, right car, right ticket, everything you have, so then you reach. Same way for us also. Yes, we are in the journey. Spiritual journey is started already. As long as we continue, that is what very important actually. So we have to. So there is an example given. Sometimes we go in the boat. There will be some turbulence will be there. Will always be there. Plane also turbulence is there. Not that, I have to jump out of the plane, more turbulence is there. No, you have to stay in the plane. You have to have some faith. You have that whatever the pilot, whatever. Ultimately, Krishna is the protector. But we have to some faith. Yes, you will reach the destination. Same way, we have to continue the process. And then we want, very turbulent, let me just jump out of the boat. So that then you will be caught with a crocodile one day. So inside is one trouble, outside is more trouble actually. So we have to be careful. So Srila Prabhupada continues in that Shreyasam Padam. This is a most auspicious place actually, because this is we can think of so many places here, so many places in Melbourne, but here the deity is worshipped so nicely, and the Lord's presence is there. Actually, it said there is some 10 kilometers. I don't really remember how much kilometers. So that many kilometers people are benefited just because of the presence of the deity. Just because of the presence of the deity, so much of the radius, the people are all benefited. Salagram Sila is worshipped, and deities are worshipped nicely. Radha, Krishna, Gaurnita, Jagannath. So everybody is benefited actually. But only thing is, they may not realize. That is the problem. Because they may not realize. If they realize, they won't go to court, case, all these things to put us into all this problem. Because it is a blessing, actually. It is a blessing. And also, having said it is a blessing, we have to be careful also. We should not okay, now I will create a big circus here, big sound here, so that create a big disturbance for that is also not good also. We as a devotees, yes, we have to be very careful, and this blessing is there, but we should not misuse actually. We can't just treat that like, everybody is a servant of God, so I will just live in my own way, and I will create a big this thing. That is not, then we create a disturbance in the society. So we have to be careful, they have to be careful, they have to realize, but we also have to realize that we are living in a society, we have to behave ourselves. We have to behave ourselves. We can't just think that the whole world is for, yes, the whole world is for us only, but we have to be careful when we are dealing with the neighbors or whatever we are doing. We have to be careful. So now, Srila Prabhupada says again in this, one should not be satisfied. Simply go to the forest. One must go take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we see sometimes the people have this tendency to go to the remote places, forest, Amazon forest, this forest, that forest. So many forests they have the urge is there. The urge is there to go to all these different places, different mountains, climbing, this one, ski, whatever. That is there, but it's not just like going there and increasing your material desires. That is not sufficient actually. You have to have this the inquisitiveness. Okay, what is the purpose of life? Why did I come to this material world? What is my purpose here? And what am I doing to re-establish that? Or what am I doing to achieve that goal? Those type of thoughts should be there. And Srila Prabhupada explains here, therefore, so in this age, therefore, since it is impossible to go to the forest for spiritual culture, one is recommended to live in the temple community as a devotee, regularly worship the deity, follow the regulative principles, and this make the place like Vaikuntha. That's why Srila Prabhupada, when he came here, he saw the wonderful deity worship. It is Vaikuntha. It's no longer material one. So that's a statement, and there is a Vaishnava Acharya has given, so that means Vaikuntha. So we have to work very hard. We have to be Vaikuntha conscious. Not just we should not drag ourselves to the material world consciousness actually. That is up to us actually. Vaikuntha is already there. But in Vaikuntha, if we develop this type of dvandva, then it's our problem actually. We have to maintain that standard. The forest may be in goodness, Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, it is said, Shreyasam Padam. It is the best, most auspicious place. In many places throughout the world, we are constructing communities to take shelter give shelter to the devotees and worship the deity. The deity cannot be worshipped except by devotees. So this is another important point. Because sometimes you can hire an accountant, you can hire a lawyer, you can hire this, hire that. You can hire. But worshipping deity, you have to have the love and affection. Then only you can worship the deity. It's not like some kind of procedural thing, like some procedure thing. No, it doesn't work like that. Because if the love and affection is not there, Lord is also not interested actually. Lord is not like he's not hungry. He's not like somebody is lacking something. He's Atmaram. He has everything. He does not need anything external for him. So, but why the Lord is accepting? Because he sees the bhava, he sees the bhakti. So if the bhakti, if something is offered to the Lord, Lord accepts it. Otherwise, you may offer big things, big things, but he is not interested. He is so Sahasra Lakshmis are serving him. What is our offering for him actually? It's not that significant. But it becomes very significant because it is offered with love and devotion. Lord is accepting that. Bhava Grahi Janardhan. Bhava. He sees the only bhava. He does not, even, the vastu also has to be important, but more importantly, he sees the bhava. With what bhava is offered to the Lord. So then he's also very happy and reciprocating. So Srila Prabhupada then gives this example of the deity cannot be worshipped except by devotees. Temple worshippers who fail to give importance to devotees are third class. They are Kanishta Adhikaris in the lower stage of spiritual life. So this is a very interesting example. Once Srila Prabhupada was going on a walk. I think in India, they go for a walk and some of the houses Srila Prabhupada knew. Okay, this is. So he just went and one house, like he wanted to see that gentleman, whatever the person. So the person went inside. Prabhupada is waiting, and the person went inside and said, he's saying, I'm doing a puja. So he came out saying, Saab is doing puja. So then Prabhupada said, here Vaishnava Acharya is coming to see you, and you are sitting there and you are saying, Sir is doing puja, he will come back after some time. So then Prabhupada said, this is a Kanishta Adhikari mentality. Because when actually Lord is pleased, when the devotee is pleased actually. Because it's not like Lord is happy, you worship the Lord. But you can't worship the Lord without going through the devotee. That is a very, very intricate point actually. Sometimes, like even sometimes pujaris, they worship in the deity room. But if a senior acharya, say Vaishnava comes, sometimes you may not be able, at least like some gracefully also you can do something, some respect. Like we have the pastime where when Balaramji entered this arena, who was the one who didn't get up? Romaharsha thought, I am sitting in Vyasasana. Balaram, he's just like a part of some Kshatriya clan. So he thought like that. Then I don't have to get up, I don't have to give respect. No, because he's Supreme Personality of Godhead. So just Balaram got, again this is Balaram's mercy actually. He just one kusa grass he threw and then Ramaharshan killed like that. So this is a point we have to remember. We may be doing deity worship, but still we have to respect. Sometimes it's not only deity. Sometimes we think that I am attached to the deity. Yes, good, you have to be attached to the deity, but the devotees are also important. Because that's why Srila Prabhupada says in that sloka, a devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly towards other devotees or people in general is called a prakrita bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is considered to be in the lowest position. Why? Because he sees Lord is in the deity, but Lord is there in everyone's heart as a Paramatma. So that way you can respect everyone. So you see, Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra, you will see everyone everywhere, then you would not have problem anywhere actually. You see Krishna everywhere, Krishna here, Krishna there, Krishna there. How can you do any harm to anyone? Somebody you have to be careful. If a tiger is coming, Krishna is there, okay. No, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can embrace the tiger, but our difficulty is we can't go and embrace the tiger. So we have to be a little bit away, that's it. So you have to see Krishna there also. You have to see Krishna here also. So that if you see that, then that mood you can worship, no problem. But otherwise, like here also we have hatred and some hate. I don't like him. I don't hate this type of mood. Very difficult. Because what are you going to do in Goloka Vrindavan? You are surrounded with the devotees only. Then if we have this mood, if we cultivate this mood, then here only we have to finish it off. That's why material world is a place. We are a place of reformation. We have come here for reformation and we don't want to add more luggage here. We want to go, we have to leave this one. We don't want to add more kind of complication, more anarthas to our life. No, we don't want to do that. So that's why the devotee is, that's why then the Srila Prabhupada quotes, not in this sloka, but he quotes that what is the quality of other devotee? Isware tadhadineshu bhalisheshu dishascha prema maitri kripopeksha yak karoti sa madhyamah. So then it is mentioned, you should not remain in the Kanishta's platform. We have to come to the next level of this adhikari. Is an intermediate or a second class devotee called Madhyam Adhikari, offers his love to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is a sincere friend to all the devotees of the Lord, shows mercy to the ignorant people and who are innocent, and disregards those who are envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This sloka is very, very important for all of us, because this is what we are going to be. Because we should not remain in Kanishta platform, and it is very difficult. Maybe some fortunate people can be in the Uttama platform, but most of the people will be in the Madhyama platform, because that the Madhyama platform is like, yes, we have to give have a love and affection for the Lord and the devotees, with our peers, and then we have to give respect to each other. And if somebody is innocent, then we can preach to them. If somebody is envious, just avoid them. Because sometimes, envious people, it's very difficult to convince like that. So you just give prasadam, that's it. You don't do anything. So there's some tough Hare Krishna Prabhu, have a safe trip. some tough nuts to crack, like so leave it to the other devotees, like so some mercy will come, prasadam mercy, some kirtan, some harinam mercy, somewhere they will get mercy. So that way they have to, because otherwise we should not waste time. Somebody very envious, I will go and argue with them, fight with them, do with them, that's not going to help actually. So we have to be little bit careful in judging how to do that. And Srila Prabhupada continues in that saying, aside from this, if a Grahastha devotee worships the Saligram Shila or the form of the deity at home, his home also becomes a very great place. So then there is a suggestion, you can, the Grahasthas, the worship the deities actually. Actually, this nice, Yudhishthira Maharaj is praising Vidura. Vidura has gone for a Tirtha Yatra. After going for the Tirtha Yatra, all the Mahabharata battle, everything is finished. He is coming back. Vidura is coming back. Why Vidura is coming back? Dhritarashtra. Yes, very important. Vidura does not have an inclination that come here and have some good time in the palace. No, he came here to deliver Dhritarashtra, because Dhritarashtra, he was attached to Dhritarashtra, because after all, his brother. So he came. At that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying a very nice prayer. Bhavadvita Bhāgavata Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vipo Tirti Kurvanti Tirtani Swantastena Gatabrata. So it says, my Lord, devotees like your good self are verily holy places personified. Because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart, you turn all places into places of pilgrimage. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling Vidura, actually you went to pilgrimage. Actually you yourself is a place of pilgrimage. Tirtha Pada. Tirtha Pada. That's why Tirti Kurvanti Tirtani. Swantastena Gatabrata. Because they carry the Lord within the heart. So they, wherever they go, they place that place as a pilgrimage. Like Srila Prabhupada went to America. So that means so Srila Prabhupada left Vrindavan and went to America? No, Srila Prabhupada carried Vrindavan. Where he gave Vrindavan there. He established temple here, established temple. So wherever he went, he gave this temple also. The Krishna also. That as we Bhaktivedanta Thakur say, Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite para, tomara sakati hache. Krishna potency. The Vaishnava has the potency to give Krishna. That is why when sometimes the people ask for benediction, what benediction can you give? You give the dirgha, all this thing you can give. But best benediction is Krishnair matirastu. Always you remember Krishna. Always you be in the service of Krishna. That is the only thing is going to be beneficial. Everything else is not that beneficial actually. So that is why our mood also, when we seek blessings, we don't want dhanam dehi, dhanyam dehi, putram dehi. All this, that benediction, not very good actually, not absolute benediction. The best benediction to get is, we should always remember